prana, there is no equivalent word in English, but we can say it's the vital energy. That which we call as the life energy is prana. Prana has 10 different manifestations in the body. But for the sake of understanding, we'll bring it down to 5. These 5 are referred to as 5 vayus or panchavayus. This is pranavayu, samanavayu, udhanavayu, apana and vyana. They're in charge of different dimensions of what happens in this human mechanism. This is an endless subject if I speak like this. I'm just trying to abridge it in a sensible manner. Taking charge of this. Yama means to control or to take charge. Pranayama means a method with which you want to take charge of these panchavayus. Because how your body functions, how your mind functions, how the whole physiological framework, this human mechanism, how it functions, is determined by this energy. This is an energy, it is an intelligent energy in the sense it carries a certain amount of memory. The karmic memory of the individual person is imprinted on this energy. So in each person, the prana functions in a different manner. It is unique to each individual. It is not like… it is like electricity. Electricity is not smart. It can light up the the light bulb, it can run the camera, it can, run the air conditioning, it can do million things, but not because of its intelligence. It does the same thing, always. Because of a particular device, a certain thing happens. But now I'm talking about, this will happen in future, that you may have smart electricity. It is not far away. In the next 50 years, you may have smart energy, that the energy behaves in a particular way. You can make it behave in a certain way because you can imprint certain memory upon it. So this is an intelligent energy where a certain amount of imprint is there. Because of that, it functions in a specific manner in an individual person. That is going into an extremely refined form of pranayama where we particularly design something for an individual person because he's in a certain way. For that, to come to that level, it will need a general level of pranayama where it takes care of these 5 vayus. If one has a certain mastery over these 5 vayus, there is no such thing as physical ailment or particularly psychological ailment is out of question. If somebody takes charge of their prana, whatever may be the external atmosphere, whatever influences in terms of reverberations, waves, emotions, other kinds of pressures, doesn't matter what, psychological balance is 100% guaranteed for a person who takes charge of his prana, always. When I say balance, maybe most of you won't be medically considered imbalanced, but a whole lot of people are psychologically imbalanced. Suppose you have a hand. Suppose this hand simply pops up right now. It pokes into your eyes and it scratches you and beats you. If your hand starts doing this, there is a sickness, isn't it? At least your hand is sick. Let me not blame the whole person. At least your hand is sick for sure, isn't it? Well, this is what most people's minds are doing. Every day it scratches you from inside, makes you cry, make you bawl, make you worry. In so many varieties of suffering, it pokes your eyeballs out many times. Is it not doing? It is sick. Maybe in a socially accepted manner, but it is sick. So one who takes charge of his prana can be 100% assured his psychological balance is there, you cannot shake it. Physiological balance also is there, but physiological ailments may happen due to various reasons. One thing is there are infections and other, organisms who want to live. Yes, they want to live. Another thing is variety of chemicals and poisons and stuff we may swallow knowingly, unknowingly, and it can cause things. So physiological ailment is, I would say, 90% guaranteed that it won't happen. But psychological well-being is 100% guaranteed. If you're psychologically in an extremely good place, 10% of physiological problems are not even a problem, It's not even a problem. Most of the time, what little things that may happen to the body, that's not the thing. What reaction that happens in your mind is the big thing, isn't it? Yes or no? So, pranayama means you want to take charge of the vital forces. As I said, they have an intelligence of their own, each one of them. Either during birth, after conception, how they enter the newborn and how they leave the dead. In this, it clearly displays it has an intelligence of its own. One may not notice this unless they become very conscious about these things. It's a world by itself, if you ask me. It takes a certain level of attention. The word attention may not go deep enough. I'm using the word attention because the other words are horribly corrupted. Awareness and this and that are badly corrupted. So I'm using the word attention, but the word attention is not suggesting what is needed. Just mental alertness is not enough. It has to become really attentive. If you make yourself like that, you know how these five are functioning.
Do you see this body? As we've been going through this again and again to the same point, when it was born, it was so small. Now it became this much. Definitely you didn't need any external stretching help to get it to this size, isn't it? That which is the source of creation, what you refer to as the creator, seem to be functioning from within you, isn't it so? Yes? The creator is functioning, that means the manufacturer of this body and this existence seems to be functioning from within you. If the manufacturer is inside, if you allow him to function, fixing small flaws in the body, you think it'll be a problem? So, Shambhavi Mahamudra is just creating a passage so that your innermost core functions. If you allow it to function, the nature of this, in yoga we refer to your innermost core as the bliss body. People have always talked for ages that if you come in contact with God, you will become blissful, Brahmanand. They've been talking about this. See, it's different ways of presenting it. Your innermost core is referred to as bliss body. Now, all we are trying to do is the physical body, the mental body, the pranic body and the etheric body, we are aligning it in such a way so that the innermost core within you, the bliss body, finds expression. The Shambhavi is not creating ecstasy. The Shambhavi is just aligning these four so that this one, the source of creation, finds expression. If the source of creation within you, the creator, finds expression, fixing your heart, liver or kidney, you think it's a big problem? Manufacturer, when he comes out and begins to function, everything is fixed. You will see miraculously, health will become okay. I can show you thousands and thousands of people who come out of their ailments just like that, like a miracle. Is it a miracle? Anything that you don't understand, you will call it a miracle, isn't it? Suppose you don't know what is electricity, And I tell you, you just watch this. I'm going to press that wall and this hall will be flooded with light. Would you believe me? You won't believe me. You say, no, such things are not possible. Now if I press it and suddenly there's light everywhere, now you think either I'm son of God, messenger of God or God himself, depending upon which culture you come from, isn't it? Anything that you don't understand is a miracle in your understanding. Either there is no miracle in life, everything happens between cause and effect, or everything is a miracle. Isn't this life a miracle? You and me sitting here on this round planet which is going at a tremendous speed, is it not a miracle? We sitting here and talking all this nonsense? Is it not a miracle? So if you look at it, if you have eyes to see, everything is a miracle or nothing is a miracle. These are two ways to approach life, these are two forms of yoga. One is to see everything as sacred, another is to see everything as utter nonsense. But now your problem is, what you like is sacred, what you don't like is nonsense. That's a problem, that's a trap. Everything is sacred, this is a beautiful way to live. Everything is nonsense, that is also a very beautiful way to live. What? These people are sacred, these people are nonsense. This will destroy you.
The concept of bliss body and prana are rooted in yogic and spiritual traditions, particularly as taught by the spiritual teacher Sadhguru. The bliss body or Anandamaya kosha is considered the innermost layer of our existence, representing a state of bliss and ultimate well-being. This state is characterized by a deep sense of meaning in life, intrinsic motivation, and freedom from fear or worry. To connect with this bliss body and to take charge of your prana, the life force or the vital force, the several practices and perspective from yoga and spiritually we can draw upon. The achieving state of bliss and well-being requires moving beyond apathy and developing intrinsic motivation, which is linked to Maslow's concept of self-actualization. Yoga is described as a practice that helps synchronize the body, mind, and the soul, promoting physical, psychological, and spiritual well-being. Techniques like mindfulness, self-compassion can help individuals connect with their inner bliss and experience greater well-being. Empathize the importance of finding meaning and purpose in one's life, which is closely tied to the experience of bliss and eudaimonic well-being. Just as the body requires physical nourishment, the soul or the inner being thrives on emotional, spiritual, and meaningful experiences. So, as we close to this journey, take a moment to sit back and feel the space around you. The wisdom shared here invite us to reflect on the incredible potential we have to shape our inner world. Every breath, every thought, every movement has the power to influence how we feel and experience life. And when we began to understand that energy, our prana is the core of our existence, we open ourselves to a world of possibility. Remember, we all have the ability to tap into the inner source of strength, health, and balance. It is not something we need to search for externally, but something that is already within us, waiting to be embraced. So, as you go about your day, let the idea of prana and its flow guide your actions, your thoughts, and your emotions. Allow this knowledge to gently remind you of the power you hold to create harmony in your life, no matter what the challenges you face. Again, this is not a summary of Sadhguru's word. It is simply my interpretation of the deep wisdom he imparted. Kindly keep them separated and do not misunderstand. Thank you for being here, and you may find the peace and bliss in every step you take. Namaskar.